points, an outer window. The inner hull stays watertight, allowing the Trieste to dive onward toward the very bottom of the trench. But dangerous accidents like these mean not every scientist is eager to descend into the deep ocean. In the years since Trieste's dive, many have come to believe that there's no point in sending people to the bottom of the ocean. Now, instead of fragile flesh and blood, explorers are using remote-controlled vehicles and robots to overcome the challenges of the deep. And one of the remote vehicle's biggest advocates is someone who used to champion manned deep-sea exploration, Bob Ballard.
Well, for me, the magic moment of conversion was in 1979. We organized an expedition to return to the hydrothermal vents. We had with us on that dive the first digital color camera ever built. So down we go.
The video camera gives a clearer view than a small porthole ever could. Ballard then develops a new device called Argo. Like a tethered eyeball, this unmanned machine sends video images of the seafloor directly to a control room on the surface. And on September 1st, 1985, Ballard's ingenious device makes an astonishing discovery. The wreck of the Titanic. Sitting in 12,000 feet of cold North Atlantic water, she has escaped detection for over 80 years. Ballard's robot succeeds where manned exploration has failed. It doesn't demand air, food, or even a little R&R, and so can spend weeks rather than hours scouring the seafloor. Today, scientists are building a new generation of aquatic robots. These can venture deeper than ever before, and they rely less and less on their human controllers. Some robots are even being programmed to think, making decisions, and reacting to what they find. But not everyone is convinced they will fully replace human exploration.
People have in their mind, because you see on television all the time robots hopping around and winning at chess games and all that sort of stuff. They're actually very stupid when it comes to intervention. So the whole idea of having a person there is you don't know what you're going to encounter. Robots are wonderful and pre-programmed, but when you confront them with something that's not in their database, then they are totally hooped.
Robots might prove to be the future, but 5 decades ago on the Trieste, they weren't an option. The mission relies on its fragile human crew to pilot the vessel and make scientific observations. And incredibly, the sturdy bathyscaphe has protected them from the extreme dangers of the deep. After 4 3/4 hours, they near the bottom of the ocean, the deepest point on the planet. They slow their descent, and the Trieste touches down on the seafloor. 35,800 feet below the surface.
Well, we knew that we'd reached the bottom of the ocean because there the bottom was. Basically, we just kept going until we ran out of ocean.
Fortunately, it's a soft landing, oozing silt rather than bare rock.
I characterize it as looking somewhat like porridge, rather light-colored, very fine. And when we landed, we got this great boil up of these sediments in a cloud.
Almost 7 miles down, the pressure is over 1,000 times that at the surface. But even in this inhospitable frontier, life still exists.
We saw a fish, a bottom-dwelling type of fish, a flatfish, like a halibut, 2 eyes on one side and all that. Well, that is bottom-dwelling, so it didn't just swim down there, it lived there. And if there's one, there's 2.
Walsh and Piccard spend 30 minutes making observations before ascending to the surface and a blaze of publicity.
Off the island of Guam, the Navy's research bathyscotch, Trieste, surfaces after a descent into the Marianas Trench, the deepest known hole in the Earth's oceans. A trip farther toward the center of the Earth than Mount Everest rises above its crown.
Our journey of exploration is complete. It's taken us through a strange and wonderful world. But despite all its riches, all its wonders, today 95% of our oceans remain unexplored. Earth's last, greatest frontier lies beneath the waves, awaiting a new generation of intrepid explorers.